Going on? Kevin Holt here with Ball Her Hoops, coming at you with another episode. Last week was a good week of basketball. Gonna do a little recap. Got a chance to go up to Wesleyan Christian. Got to watch some of the games up there. Um, Once again, I'll say Lake Norman, one of the better teams in the state. To see them dominate the way they did up there continues to show that you really have to see them as a favorite to win the state championship for 4A. I think they'll have some bumps in the roads, but they'll overall have some pretty dominant wins throughout the season. Just looking at their schedule and 101 prep, red and black both did their thing. They both dominated once again. 101 has got a big schedule coming up. As I said in plenty of other videos, they have a lot of hard games that they will have to play that they will need to be on one accord. I think they're a really good team. Coach George does a good job of getting them prepared and being ready to play. Got a chance to see Winston-Salem Christian against Cannon. Was actually coaching in it, but Winston-Salem Christian is probably is the best team in the state, and I don't really think it's close. They have so many kids on that team that are really good basketball players, and they work hard and play together. I see why Inside Exposure ranked them number 6 in the nation, beat Cannon by nearly 40 points. Just an overall solid team effort from that team. Maraja Pass, another Charlotte area player, was doing her thing. She shows that she's a high level point guard. She should be recruited as such. And then Jada, she did her thing. She looked really good, showing off her jumper, making several good post moves, and of course playing good defense and rebounding. That helps out as well. But they have a lot of good kids on their team. I think Canada will bounce back. They have a week ahead, so I don't expect them to be down too long. Then I got a chance to see Victory Christian. Victory Christian is one of those teams that many people didn't know about. A lot of people thought they lost a couple kids, graduated some kids, that they would just be out. But I'm going to say Victory Christian looks good. When I saw them against Gaston Christian, it was a total blowout. But Victory Christian looked good. Like, they only had 6 players. They played, mixed up their defenses, but they scored the ball well. They get out in transition, and they're big too. That's not a small team. They have good size. All of the girls look like they play well together. And then they went and beat Legion Collegiate. Legion Collegiate is no longer with Skylar Tuthill, but overall they still are a good team. And Victory Christian handled business. I think Victory Christian is going to be another team to watch out with 1A, especially with Grace Academy gone or Grace Christian. I always get those two mixed up. But with them gone, Northside and Victory will probably be fighting it out for that championship. If I'm not mistaken, there may be some other teams that are upstart. I see United Faith is doing good. They're 3-0 or 2-0. They have a big game today against Legion Collegiate, so that'll kind of be a show and tell match. Legion Collegiate is still a really good team. So, from what I heard, Mallard Creek looked dominant. They added a couple pieces. They look like they have really good size. And I expect them to get better as the season goes on. I think they're a team to watch out for when it comes down to playoffs. I think right now they're still trying to figure it out. But I think they will figure it out. That's the important part about it, that they will figure it out. So that was just a quick recap of the past week. This week, games start today on Tuesday. I'm going to go through a couple teams and a couple games. Cannon, I think they play Lincoln Charter tonight. They should win that. But big game versus High Point Christian Academy Friday, especially after that loss at Winston-Salem Christian. They need to get some get back and try to get back to the winning ways. Providence Day actually plays Wesleyan Christian today. If you paid attention to Providence Day last year, Providence Day lost twice to Wesleyan Christian. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were both low-scoring games, and they lost by 1 or 2 points. So PD is definitely looking for some get back. Wesleyan knocked them out of the playoffs and beat them at home last year. I think both games were at home, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely looking forward to some get back. but they also play that Victory Christian team on Thursday, so that'll be another good game for them. Julius Chambers, they play Watauga Friday. Chambers is the defending state champs, but they have a whole new look. Coach Neely is doing a great job with that team, especially with the expectations, especially coming off of 3 state championships in a row. You come into a situation where, a lot of people are not really expecting much from them. And they're playing a team that is considered to be a state championship contender on the Western region. A lot of people have high expectations for that Watauga team, but I think Chambers will give them a dogfight. I think Chambers has some good guards, and they got good size as well. So I want to see how both teams will play that Friday. It'll be a good game. Next game is Hickory Ridge versus Marvin Ridge. Marvin Ridge beat Hickory Ridge last year, and I think Hickory Ridge is going to want some payback for that. Alyssa Lewis, I'm sure she's going to get hot early. Sheree Gidney's going to control the boards. They have a lot of good pieces on that Hickory Ridge team, but don't count out Marvin Ridge. Marvin Ridge has a lot of good kids as well. Brittany Nolan's there, 6'2" from Colorado, and then Reese Frisch is a lights out shooter. And then they have a bunch of, I think it's Zara Douglas. I don't want to say names wrong, but I already said it. So they have some good pieces that will be there. Jenny Briggs is a point guard that will be really good for them. And that's going to be a high-level game. I think if you're available to come to any of these games, you're in for a show. But then you have the PEM Play Like a Girl Showcase, which will be a great event. Coach Prigion does a great job of putting together girls' events. I'm just going to say 2 of the games because not that I didn't like the games, but I thought these are the 2 best games on Friday. 1-on-1 prep. I think them versus Charlotte Country Day will be a really good game if Charlotte Country Day comes to play. I think 1-on-1 prep wins it, but still be a good game. The Layla Hankerson and her sisters are really good, but I think 1-on-1 prep is just a better team overall. And then South Mecklenburg versus Gardner. Gardner's always a good program. I've always had good kids come out of it. And Journey Niku, or I think that's how you say it, but she's at North Carolina Central now playing really good. So Gardner's going to be going to a new point guard, new leader. So we'll see how that works. But South Mecklenburg is under new leadership as well, with Coach Justin Clark over there. He's going to lead the troops. That'll be their first game or second game, if I'm not mistaken. But they'll be ready for that challenge against that Gardner team. So that's all I have for this week. Get out and watch girls basketball. There's a lot of great games coming up. And this is just the first week. I think we get into that second week. You got probably that Tuesday. Then a lot of people may be playing day after Thanksgiving and Saturday after Thanksgiving. And then after that, you're getting into the full schedule where teams are playing 2 times, maybe 3 times a week. So thank everybody for tuning in. Bar Hoops. We out.